Through all the moments bookmarked for the ages, beneath all the layers of modern media designed to bring it from Amen to every corner of the world, it is still just a club, like any other, with members who enjoy the game. Over the last decade, one with a heightened sense of its place in the sport and in the world. Arms and eyes open, looking beyond Magnolia Lane to the city of Augusta itself, to all the towns where kids and young women dream, to Latin America and Asia. Augusta National, more than simply staging a professional major, saying, wherever you are, you can make it here. Champions always welcome back, because that too is an ethic of a good and honorable club, to value its elders, tradition, to give hope and inspiration to past and future generations, to come here, to compete here, to win here at Augusta National. And here he is, every step, every swing tracked. Masters doesn't need anyone to make it special. It always stands on its own. And this Masters, with Tiger returning, potentially, from that horrific accident, this one will draw a few eyeballs. 5 times a Masters champion, and under the heading of greatest ever, he's delivered 4 right here that are in the conversation. Greatest launch to a career, 1997. Greatest achievement, the Tiger Slam in 01, and then he followed that with the win in 2002. Greatest chip shot, 16 and 05. And then greatest comeback, that was in 2019. Joey LaCava. It is time for Electric Performances, presented by Mercedes-Benz. Tiger average at Augusta National with a minimum of 50 rounds played, and it is not really close. Average of 70.87 per round, almost half shot better than Phil Mickelson, more than a full stroke better than Jack Nicklaus. Well, in his Hall of Fame speech last month, Tiger absolutely lighted up, talking about his childhood, playing in the dark, chasing it and finding it, just like any other kid falling in love with golf. Tonight, through footage recently uncovered by producer Nicole Gaddy in our Golf Channel Features unit, led by Izzy D. Herrera and Jared Ficklin, we take you back some 40 years. Tiger at the age of 6, playing a 9-hole match, a window into the past that foretold the champion he would become. Mike Tirico has the story.
Don't do it.
I did not know that this match was being videotaped.
Oh, yeah. It's there, Tiger. Stay a little bit to the right.
I would love to see the video. That child prodigy
Tiger's down in 5.
kept on doing it. He really did follow through on this thing.
Beautiful. I don't think very many people have seen these. In the early 80s, there was quite a few entities that called and said, we'd like to have, you and Tiger and Earl come out and play a match. Earl and I were for that because we like competition and the exposure Tiger would be experiencing. We thought that would be valuable. And just wanted to share this amazing golfer that's only this big.
Our pro at the time, his name is Norm Bernard, he said, I have this great idea. I'd love if you'd be willing to play in an exhibition match with Tiger Woods. And all of a sudden, I was there on December 30th, ready to play.
It was a sunny winter day when 12-year-old Michelle Leifertsine stepped on the first tee at her home course to play a 9-hole match against a boy half her age.
He showed up and he went to the driving range.
All right.
Wow. And he was on that driving range for at least 45 minutes, and everybody was circled around him, watching him hit balls.
What do you do when you want to hit it low, Tiger?
Stay off the right foot.
What kind of club would you use?
5
Who knows what's going on? We're going to play 9 holes. Will be Tiger and his dad, Michelle Lyford, our 12-year-old here from the club, and Rudy.
My gosh, that's Michelle. I didn't know what to expect out of a 6-year-old.
Now here comes Tiger.
I like the fact that his name was Tiger. I thought it was very unusual.
Look at that shot.
Tiger's so pure there. Did exactly wherever I said, and then he took pounding drivers. And of course, pounding drivers for him at that age was probably around 90 yards, maybe 100 yards.
He's tied for first place against 17-year-old.
He didn't like that one. Tiger was always competitive. He was there to win.
Jimmy. Yeah. Papa's calling for Tiger to hit this shot twice. Okay, Tiger, nothing ventured, nothing gained.
I remember Earl really well.
Well, this guy, Earl Wood, he really hit that ball.
Earl had a nice smooth swing.
He had a great laugh.
Had a great laugh, very infectious.
Kill it. It's there, Tiger. Stay a little bit to the right.
His dad would definitely lift him up. I think many times throughout the round, not just on the tee boxes.
You're right, his dad lifted him up to see where he's going. Beautiful.
I kind of remember that though, that lifting him up.
He was actually more relaxed,
The tree behind that trap.
where his younger son, this, just turning 6-year-old, had the focus of an adult.
And he hits his really good putts, and they go in. He has a really nice little, yes. You could see he was really excited about making it.
Impossible shot here.
He knew exactly what he was doing with every shot.
Oh, nice out.
Woods lost the match that day, 51-41.
Oh, nice hit.
But that didn't stop him from celebrating by eating cake in the clubhouse afterwards. Remember, it was his 6th birthday.
Golf's new superstar.
As for the years that followed, life, of course, would become less ordinary for Tiger Woods.
From that age on, he became a star. Everything he touched, he won every tournament.
To the right club, baby.
What kind of club would you use?
Tiger Woods is the 100th U.S. Open champion.
Beautiful professional swing.
It's just not a fair fight.
And then you go, okay, well, there's the next level, then there's the next level, there's the next level. But he never had any problem. He just cut right through all those like a hot knife through butter.
And here's the Tiger. Beautiful hit. Look at that. Oh, yeah. It's there, Tiger. It's there. That's the story.
There aren't a lot of people who can tell you they remember that day at Redlands Country Club.
Yeah, that was going to be fun.
But for the ones who were a part of it, there's something almost dreamlike about looking back at the greatness they got a glimpse of before the rest of us did.
We knew of Tiger before most of the world even knew of Tiger Woods.
The tree behind that trap. You'll have to kill it. Nice up.
I don't think I ever had any doubt that that was where it was going to go for him. He was so world class, even at 6.
Absolutely loved that piece Tiger was making putts when he was 6. Jaime Diaz joins us now. Jaime, you've written extensively about Tiger over the last 30 years. Rudy Durant and Earl, what did they get right with Tiger when he was a junior player?
Well, I think they established a foundation of fun. You know, they really prioritized Tiger's enjoyment, and Tiger looks back on those days very fondly because they are so warm in his heart as far as the love of the game. And at the Hall of Fame, acceptance speech, he really made a point of saying, I had this burning desire to be able to express myself in this game of golf. And that's what Rudy and Earl gave him, was that vehicle to express himself. And, you know, Rudy did not really teach in a conventional way. It was sort of a holistic sort of lesson, very often very short lessons, you know, with some rudiments, but mostly, a lot of competition, a lot of contests, a lot of trash talking, a lot of fun, where he was actually kind of just Tiger's golf friend, and they were sort of even in terms of their abilities. He did do a couple of specific things, though, and one was to make sure that Tiger had clubs that were proportional to his body, so that he looked like a little tour pro instead of a little guy who was swinging clubs that were too big for him. And Tiger even had a 1 and 2 iron in his set that was built by the old club company Confidence when he was 5 years old. And also at 5 years old, Rudy established what he called Tiger Par at Hartwell Golf Course, where Tiger grew up. It was about 4,300 yards, par 54. Rudy figured the distance Tiger hit the ball and his skill level, par was about 67. But later that year, he shot 59. And the point was to really get Tiger to go low, to not be afraid of getting under par, to get used to being under par. And that certainly carried over. And as far as Earl was even more boisterous and fun than Rudy. You know, he really... Those two guys, Tiger and Earl, really had a wonderful chemistry. I think Tiger loved playing with his dad. Those were their greatest moments. And Earl was a good psychologist about the game. He didn't want Tiger to get too technical. And one thing he would say sometimes when Tiger was a very small guy, 5, 6, 7 years old, when Tiger was about to hit a shot, he'd say, Tiger, now what are you thinking about right now? And Tiger would say, where do I want my ball to go? And that's really kind of profound. Tiger talked about that later in his career, about under pressure. That's what he would think. He wouldn't think swing thoughts. He would think about the target and visualizing and where he wanted his ball to go. And the whole thing was just an incredible foundation.
Yeah, Jaime, if there was ever a perception that Earl was somehow the stereotypical overbearing sports father, I think you could see in that video he was not. He was really good with Tiger. Jaime, thanks so much. This would be the 5th notable comeback for Tiger in his career. His first... back in 2009, following the one good leg U.S. Open win at Torrey Pines, ACL surgery. First event was the match play where he lost second round to Tim Clark. Missed over 100 days and 2 majors in 2014 after surgery for a pinched nerve. Missed the cut at the Quicken Loans National at Congressional in his first start back. Then the 2 big ones after 2 back procedures in late 2015. Tiger returned to finish 15th out of 18 players at his own 2016 Hero World Challenge. Then another back surgery, another long layoff, another return to the 2017 Hero World Challenge. Tiger would eventually win the 2018 Tour Championship just 19 events into his return. That memorable Sunday at East Lake, fans bursting through the ropes, Tiger the Pied Piper, as he walked triumphantly to the 72nd green. Brando asked for this comeback. When will you know that he has a chance?
You know, there was pretty could do, but when you think about what this golf course had in mind, there's Tiger Woods, Grawl. There's no place you could put Tiger Woods anywhere, right-handed, left-handed, under a bush, behind the trees, where he's not up to the task. You think about Tiger Woods winning around here by 12. Seve at one point in 1980 had a 10-shot lead. He won twice. Tiger 5 times. Most creative person, arguably, over the last 20 years, not named Tiger Woods, not named Phil Mickelson, is that guy right there. You couldn't put him somewhere on the golf course. His caddy, Ted Scott, said he was not at all surprised by this shot. He knew he could pull this off. Again, these are highly creative players that swing upright, that have a lot of nuance in their golf swing. And we'll go back to Phil Mickelson, who won 3 times around here. And really, I mean, this is one of the greatest shots ever struck. In the pine straw behind the tree, ball below his feet, needed to draw it. Hit this shot some 6 feet away. 2010 would go on to win. We'll go back to Tiger Woods again, just to further illustrate the creative genius that you need around here. This is Tiger Woods, WGC Mexico, and he's hit these shots on this golf course, left on 5, from the trees on 13. We've seen Tiger Woods do this all the time. You've got to be able to deal with the problems around this golf course, and Bryson DeChambeau seems more like the problems should yield to him. It's just not a great fit at all for Bryson DeChambeau. That's not to say that he can't, play the best golf and have a good time, a round or two. Or a good week or two, but it's just not the golf course I'd ever pick Bryson to win on.
Paul, what did the great...
Get the scene right now at Augusta National, all calm in Georgia. And when you look at the forecast for the week, we've been mentioning this on Live from the Masters, only dry day prior to the start of the tournament coming today. So a lot of guys getting as much prep work as possible on Monday before the expected rain in the forecast on Tuesday and Wednesday. So how will the early week weather affect the playing conditions into the week?